All right, welcome to my season 2029 update for my Mets Realm theme team and Out of the Park Baseball 25 perfect team. This is actually the first and only update for my team, and I kind of decided to do it for one reason only, because my team didn't do that well, I'm not gonna lie, and it's kind of demoralizing, and I'll get to it. I'll talk about it as I go through it. I'm actually gonna make this a little bit shorter than my previous videos, because my opinion of perfect team is certainly declining, I would say. So we'll get right to it. So as you remember, the previous season in 2028, what happened was we finished in relegation, like right under relegation by like a few games, and so we got bumped down to the Bronze League. And so usually when you go down a league, you should be doing pretty good. And as you remember, we were in the Silver League. We kind of finished in the middle, and then we finished in relegation, but I had made changes in August and I fought a little bit closer to the point that I was almost out of it. And then I got bumped into the Bronze League, and that's where we are now. So let's go over the pitching. So let's see. So you can see my rotation. You'll see some new additions, I would say. Let's say Bobby Ojeda, who's got 4.97 ERA, and let's get right to his game. Let's see. His game log. Here it is. So for the whole season, he started off giving up 6 earned runs, then 3, then 0, then 8, then 5. Then he had a good stretch from April 27th to May 21st, giving up 1, 1, 0, 3, then 0. But then he had another bad stretch of 5 and 7, then 2, 1, 4. And then he had a 4-game stretch of good games from June 23rd to July 11th with 2, 1, 2, 2 earned runs. And he had about a 4.21 ERA around then. Then he gave up 7. And then he followed that up with 2, 1, 0, 1, putting his ERA at 4.03 on August 11th. And then he gave up 7 earned runs and 5. Then 0, then 7, then 6, and 4, then 4, then 7, then 4. And you will see that he's got a lot of losses in that right column right over there. So not too good, not too good. And so he finished with 8 wins and 13 losses. Not that good. Disappointing. Definitely I think that's his worst season. And is it his worst season? Yep, his worst season. And he should have done better. So that's kind of the story of this season. Now we go to Viola, and he had 8 wins, 12 losses, of 4.16 ERA, and so let's go there. And let's see, he had the beginning of the season, really great start. 2 earned runs, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 through June 1st, and he had a 3.01 ERA, which was a great start. And then he gave up 4 earned runs, followed by 1, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. Oh no, I'm on the wrong column. I am an idiot. Yeah, that sounded too good to be true, and it didn't match the ERA. So let's get to the beginning. He started off with 5 earned runs, then gave up 0, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 on May 4th. Then that put his ERA at 2.81. Then he gave up 6, 0, 2, 1, 3 through June 1st to put his ERA at 3.01. And then he gave up 5, then 3, 1, 1, and then 4. And then let me go right before the 4 earned runs. So on June 24th, he had 3.10 ERA. And then he gave up 4 earned runs, 5, 5, 3, 2, 6, 3, 2, 7. And that was on August 18th, and he had a 4.35 ERA. Then he gave up 1 earned run, then 3, 1, then 6 earned runs on September 9th, putting his ERA at 4.27. Then he finished the season giving up 3, then 2, then 1, then 4, putting his ERA at 4.16. So that's his record, 8-12. Not a good record. He was actually doing good mid-season, but kind of fell off near the end. Jim McAndrew is a re-addition to my rotation because Ron Darling was crapping the bed, and so he's got 17 starts and a 4.68 ERA, so let's go check that out. So he actually started off as my long relief pitcher through June 20th, and he was doing good, so I decided to upgrade him to starter when Ron Darling wasn't doing good. So he entered with 2.2 ERA as a starter, as a long reliever into a starter. And so his first starts were pretty good with 0 earned runs and 1 earned run. Then he gave up 5, then 0. And then he had a really bad stretch of 5, 5, 7, 4, 7. That ballooned his ERA to 5.67. Oh, wait, there it is. All right, sorry, I had the screen on the wrong one. And as you can see on the right side, a lot of red and losses. Then he gave up 1 earned run, then 4, then 2, then 6, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2. Ending the season at 4.68 ERA. So not too good, not too good. And then, let's see. I put Quintana back in my rotation at some point. He had a 4.16 ERA, which is a lot better than what he was last year when I dumped him. So he had, let's go check out his record, his game log, I mean. So he had 5 earned runs, 6 earned runs, 4 earned runs in his first 3 starts, making his ERA at 10.66 in the very beginning. And then he gave up 0, 1, 1. That brought his ERA down to 4.88. Then he gave up 5, 2, 0, 3, 2, 3, 0, 3, 0. And that brought his ERA down to 3.86 on July 14th, which was very good. And then he gave up 6, 4, 0, 1, 5, 4, which ballooned his ERA to 4.16 on August 20th. And then he gave up 0, 1, 4, 3, 3, 6, 2. And that ended the season at 4.16 ERA. And, so for a 4th starter, 8 wins, 10 losses at a 4.16 ERA. He performed better than last year. Not great, but better than last year. And probably acceptable for what I was expecting from him. Jaewon So, who I used last year and plugged in this year. Let's see. He had 7 wins, 10 losses, 4.55 ERA, not very good. So let's go to his log. And then he gave up 4 earned runs, 0, then 3, then 4, then 6, then 3, then 7. And that ballooned his ERA to 6.23. And then he gave up 2, then 0, then 4. And that was on May 25th. And that put his ERA at 5.21. And then he gave up 2, 3, 1, 3, 1 through June 22nd. And that put his ERA at 4.40, which is not bad. Then he had a pretty good stretch from July 4th up until August 21st, where he gave up 2 earned runs, 1, 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 1. And that brought his ERA all the way down to 3.67. And then he just fell apart, giving up 4, 7, 3, 5, 5, 5, 5. And that put his ERA at 4.55. So, not a very good ending for Mr. Jaewon So. So, unfortunately, he was terrible. And then we go to our pen, which wasn't great either. So usually with the pen, I go with who's hot versus a set, especially at this point where it's like I have a lot of guys who are kind of all over the place and inconsistent. So I go with the hot hand as my closer, but rarely finish with a 4.3635 ERA, 22 saves. Roger McDowell, 3.61. As a setup, Orozco was a 3.92 ERA. Ottavino with a 3.55 ERA as a middle reliever. Frisella, 3.99 as a middle reliever. Jake Diekman kind of fell off into a 6.46 ERA. And Ron Darling, who was a starter, and I demoted to long reliever. Let's go take a look at what he did to start the season. So to start the season, through May 5th, he gave up 1, 3, 5, 6, 5, 2 earned runs through April 29th. That put his ERA at 6. And then he gave up 0 earned runs. I want to believe, when did I have him as well? I'm trying to figure out when I did. No, this sounds like he was still yeah, he was. So on May 11th, he gave up 5, then another 5, then 4, then 3, then 6, through 2.1 innings, then 3, and then 5, and that was on June 20th, and that was a 6.72 ERA. And as you can see, a lot of losses on that. A lot of losses over here in the red. So I had to demote him because he was just terrible. and I wanted him to do well as a long reliever. Let me see if I can. I wonder if there was a way for me to filter his stats as a relief pitcher. Oh, I actually can. I can do the dates. Let's, no, I can't. I can't do it that way. But, actually, can I do it? Pitcher. Let's see. Split. Time frame. Yeah. Anyway, the time is going to, the league is going to turn over soon, so I don't want to dive into the bullpen that much. Pretty much, you know, I think that from now on, I'm not going to go in depth into the bullpen stuff because it adds more time and I don't want to waste that time. Let's go to our lineup now. So let's go to the lineup overview, and here is my lineup. You will notice some additions to my lineup. I'm not going to call out the order, but you can pause it and look at the order for each side. So I added Mauricio back into my lineup as a second baseman. Dave Magadan combinator card as my first baseman. Dom Smith is a left fielder to make room for Alonso as well as a DH. So yeah, I can't put Magadan in the outfield because he's not good enough. And then I got a Howard Johnson combinator card as well. So Magadan combinator, Howard Johnson combinator, and I have a Jay Payton combinator someplace as well. But yeah. So let's go to the averages real quick right here. So my averages. Let's see. Wait, where did my... Oh, here we go. I didn't have it maximized. Sorry about that. So, I'll just go regular average. Dom Smith had the highest average with a 2.86. Average 2.86. 12 homers, 74 RBIs. Marte's 278 average, 13 homers, 51 RBIs. He had 25 stolen bases, 17 caught. Mauricio had a 268 average, 18 homers, 51 RBIs. Alonso had a good homer season, 40 homers, 104 RBIs, 250 average. McNeil was bad, and I demoted him to back up. He had a 249 average. I just didn't want to use him anymore. Lindor had 235 average, 14 homers, 56 RBIs. You can pause it and maximize your screen if you want to see the stats. I've forgotten to tell you that. Then, Howard Johnson, 227 average, 16 homers, 44 RBIs. Alvarez, 17 homers, 60 RBIs, and his 219 average. Payton, 214 average, 6 homers, 29 RBIs. He's not a very good hitter this time around. I have his combinator card, so I might upgrade it. We'll see. Roger Cedeno, 204 average. Yeah, so Cedeno was on my bench. Randall was on my bench most of the time. And Dyer was my defensive replacement. So the average is still pretty low. I did get 32 stolen bases from Cedeno, which is good. 25 caught. 15 stolen bases from Lindor. Yeah. So, yeah, my hitting is still very not good. It's not good, so I'm gonna have to do something about that. Gonna have to do something about my hitting. And yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. So anyway, let's go to the home screen and let's show the let me show you the standings. So I'm gonna unhide the scores in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go to the standings. So unfortunately, one of the reasons why I wanted to just do one update is because my team was pretty much in last place the entire season. I finished 60 and 102, dead last. So I was nearly last in silver, and then I was dead last in bronze. And this angers me, really, because it should not be this way. This feels like the game is broken. It feels like the game is broken, so that's a discussion for another video that I'm probably going to be making pretty soon. Yeah, so it's kind of demoralizing to be in the middle of a league in silver, then the next league be in last place in silver, get demoted, and then get hit to last in the one below. It's still only April 29th. Like, not many new cards have been added into the system. That to me just means the game is not balanced very well, and so it also means that the team chemistry thing doesn't really work well. And yeah, it's pretty disappointing. They did add a new Mets card that I'm going to be trying to acquire soon, and that's Drew Gilbert right here. It's actually not particularly an amazing card, but who knows, maybe it works. We'll see, but I don't have high hopes. Anyway, so we're going to be demoted again, and we're going to be demoted to the iron level, and hopefully we can fight our way back up. But if it's another one of those seasons where it's non-competitive, then I'm gonna have to make a really I'm gonna have to make a decision about whether I should continue this series or not, because if it's just gonna be non-competitive with this system, then why bother? I know I have all these packs here, but I pretty much have all the cards that I want to use. I'm missing some, of course, but to be missing just a few cards shouldn't set me back 2 whole leagues. And it's never happened to me like this before, this early. So anyway, if you're a perfect team person, you can, if you have any comments about it, I'd love to get it in the comments. Yeah, so I don't know what else to say except when your team stinks, it's not fun. It's just not fun to play this game. You want to feel like you're progressing, and I just don't know what to say except that I hope that my team is competitive next season, because if my team's not competitive next season, then I think I may hold off on making more videos. So we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching my Mets theme team. What you call it? Update Mets Realm. Wish I had better news to share for you, but I play a lot of indie games, and so I also look at this game not just from a baseball perspective, but a video game perspective as a gamer and someone that's played a lot of games, and this game does not feel balanced. And I'm not talking in a pay-to-win way. I'm talking in an actual balance way. like the team chemistry is probably not working. So, any case, if you are if you're watching this, you can support me by liking and subscribing. Much appreciated. I cover other games. I generally lean towards indie games, but I do like AAA games, of course. I also stream at twitch.tv/Dre's Realm. And everything's in the description. I usually stream like late afternoon. And if you follow me on Twitch, you'll know when I'm live. You can also support me on my Substack newsletter. I'm going to be sending out a bunch of newsletters pretty soon. It's free. I give my playthrough schedule and my stream schedule, and I give comments and opinions, and I give reviews as well in like a digest format. So if that's what you like, feel free to support me. This is my number one thing that I'm trying to build at the moment, besides my YouTube. So thank you very much. Thanks for watching. I wish this was a more positive video, but unfortunately, my perfect team days may be numbered. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a good day.